What's up, y'all? All right, in this video, I'm going to talk about how I was able to buy two houses within 2 years of each other. This was all around 2016 to 2018, 2019. It might have been, it was around those, might have been 2 or 3 years. But I was working at Tesla. Shout out to Tesla. And I had previously worked for Solar City. Solar City was a solar company, and it was owned by, I want to say, Lyndon Reeves, if that's his name. Well, he has a relationship with Elon Musk. I think it's his cousin, some type of relationship. And so Elon was looking to get into solar. And so he decided that he was going to buy Solar City. Now, when I started at Solar City, it was super early in the solar game. Everybody was getting solar. Las Vegas, Nevada is where I live. So solar was booming, right? And I was called a solar concierge. It started off with as a project specialist, and they switched the name and they switched it back because concierge was just a little confusing. No one knew how to spell it or even pronounce it when they read it. So we are solar concierge, and we're taking people through the process of going solar. Contracts, sales booming. People are closing on the contracts. And so I'm just like doing what I need to do. And they had some talks about stocks. They had some talks about the RSUs, but I just didn't really take it seriously because during that time, actually, no, there was bonuses that they were giving out. This was before stocks. So I ended up leaving Solar City, right? I ended up going, driving Uber full time, driving Lyft full time. And I was like, this is when Uber and Lyft was booming too. And I was like, man, I can make money as I want. I can work as much as I want, as little as I want. I don't have to worry about answering to a boss. And another reason was I felt like the Lord told me that I need to quit Solar City. And so I was a little nervous because I didn't know what was going to happen. Well, probably just a few months later, there was a huge cutback. This is when they started, all right? There wasn't that many cutbacks before, but then right after I left, there was a huge cutback. And so I'm driving Uber, I'm driving Lyft. I know a few people that are still working for them, but not really. And so I started doing my Uber Lyft thing. And then after a few years, or like 2 years, a year grinding and having to hit 95 rides because I was doing the rental car program, I said, you know what, let me try to go back. Let me try to get some benefits, right? Let me try to go back to Solar City, which is now Tesla. Things kind of changed. The branding was a lot more sharp. They were focusing heavy on making sure they do quality work. All this when I come back. So I come back and I'm there for about a year and a half, 2 years. And financially, we are broke. I mean, we are going through it. I mean, it's like, man, I have to work every day with Uber, with Lyft in order to get money. And then once we went to Solar City, it was still tight. I was driving to Town Square and it was just far. And it was still tight. And then we just decided that we wanted to explore options to get a house. We felt like, man, once again, the Lord was pressing on us to look into a home. And this was like, you might as well have said that God is going to give you $1 million within 2 weeks, because that's what it felt like. It felt like, what? We would tell people, hey, we're looking to purchase a house, and people would be looking like, you were just using change to go to the gas station to buy snacks. And so we did it. We stepped out. We tried. We had to borrow money from our mother-in-law, my wife's mom, and she gave us money for the down payment, which that's the only reason why we were able to get in it. And then we began to, like, once we got into the new house, the Tesla stocks began to vest. Now, this wasn't even on my radar really until it started becoming a reality. And we were getting like 4,000, 7,000, 6,000, 5,000 each quarter. I mean, it was like booming, was it, Mama? And so we were like, oh, wow, we have all this extra income. And so we had been broke for so long. I was like, we're about to save this money. We're going to do something. And so I think one year I ended up making $100,000 with not my job, but with stocks, the additional. And it was like, oh my goodness, this is incredible. So started saving. And then we were like, hey, what are we going to do? We're going to put more money into, let's try to get another house. Let's try to get another home because we have this disposable income. And so it was only like a year, a solid year of having more money, but we said we're going to take full advantage of it, right? Like, we are not playing around. We ain't going to be going out and we would buy certain things. Like, we wouldn't really normally splurge on, but we decided, let's put a down payment on another one. And so within 2 years, we went from being broke as a joke, I'm talking about broke, to having 2 homes, savings, and it was the Lord that initiated it, and it was the Lord that did it. And so I want to encourage you, continue to steward well when you have times where things are tight, things ain't right, money's looking funny, change looking strange. Just continue to keep the same principles that you have, even if you would have money. And then when God brings it, be faithful with it. Do something with it to invest. These homes, whatever we decide to do, we can sell, we can keep them, we can give them to our kids. But we have invested, and now there's equity in what we have because we just decided we were going to be wise. We could have bought 2 new cars. We could have got more clothes. We could have did things that would lose us money, but we decided that we were going to take advantage of it. So do that. When you are struggling and you get some money, continue to be faithful, steward well, because it will pay off. Let's go. Love y'all. Like, comment, subscribe. Let's go. We'll see you tomorrow.